Hi, this is JP Metz, and you wanted a piece of my advice, so here it is. Now, if you have a question, if you need advice, you can leave a comment below, or you can ask me anywhere on social media. You can message me on Facebook, on Tumblr, or whatever. Anywhere you see me, you can ask a question, and I might answer it in a future video. Now, today's question comes from Language of Life on Tumblr. Language of Life asks, so, I'm starting college in August, and I'm worried I won't make any friends. I want to put myself out there and stop being shy, but whenever I meet new people, I'm always very awkward and quiet, so they assume I'm boring, and we just stay acquaintances. I'm nice and friendly to everyone, but ultimately too shy to form the types of friendships I envy. Any advice? Thanks. Well, language of life. First, okay, I've got a couple of things to say here, and actually, I'm really glad that I'm answering this question now. I'm really glad I brought back the Advice Annex because I answered this question several times with the Advice Annex, and my answer this time is going to be a little different. I'm going to give off the advice that I gave to anyone, really, which is really you do have to put yourself out there. And I always recommended joining clubs because when I was in college, I did not make any friends until I joined clubs. And when I did, I made a lot of friends. I mean, even if it's something that you're only kind of interested in, just join the clubs. I mean, if anything, it's just a way to meet people and to do something other than study and stuff. And that's really how I met people because I'm the same way. I'm kind of awkward and shy with people. So that's my first advice. I mean, I know that probably seems a little bit out of your comfort zone, but if making friends in general is out of your comfort zone, then what you're asking me or what you're hoping to do is just in general outside of your comfort zone, and that's something you have to kind of adjust to. It's something you need to get used to the idea, okay, this is not going to be easy, and it's going to feel awkward, and it's going to feel weird. So just have that preconception. Now, speaking of preconceptions, you were saying I'm awkward, I'm shy, so I don't meet people, they think I'm weird. And if that's the way that you think about yourself, then I mean, that's just a little bit, that's just kind of how it's going to be. I mean, I do feel like in many ways what we expect is what's going to happen. So if you try coming at it with a different mindset, like, okay, I'm going to a new place, a new school, and I expect to meet new people, and that's going to be great. So maybe just try changing your expectations a little bit. Now, when I said in the beginning that my advice is going to be a little different this time, and I'm saying this as I feel like I'm adulting more than you're adulting. I'm assuming that you just graduated high school, so I'm your elder, and as your elder who would love to go back to school if I could. That's a whole other vlog for another day, but when I think about going back to school for myself, the very last thing that I'm even thinking about is making friends while I'm there. Because you know what? Honestly, that's not why I'd be there. That's not why I'm there. I'm sorry. Like, when I was in college, when I was younger, like a decade ago, I'm like so old, but anyway, when I was, and I was in these clubs, and yes, I was making friends, but it was also really distracting me from what I was there to do to begin with. And I also feel like when you're focused on what you're there to do, then the right friendships will follow. So what I'm saying is, don't feel bad if you go to school and you find yourself doing mostly school and that's it. Because I mean, even if the first year or two you're not really making friends, or so it seems, because maybe you're too busy doing school things, then that's a great thing, because you know what, that's what you're there for. It's not for friendships. I hate to say it, but it's not like high school. Not at all. I mean, in high school, it was like all about the friends and what friends are going to be in this and that class and whatever. But you're going to college now, and it's just not about that. And you'll find that when you're there, you're going to be very busy, and you're going to have a lot to do, and you're going to be just doing school. You're going to be going to the library. You're going to be, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is don't focus so much on the friends, because that's not why you're there. You're there to invest in your future. And you gotta think about that ahead of panicking about how you're gonna make friends. Because my advice would be focus on what you're there to do. And I'm confident that the friends will follow. Now, if you find yourself with extra time and you're bored, then yes, join the clubs. Because like I said, clubs is how you'll make the friends. But otherwise, my main advice, focus on what you're there to do. Please. I feel like I'm like talking to how I would talk to a kid of mine as they're going to school. But honestly, that's what you're there to do. I know it's boring sounding, but just take that part seriously. I'm not kidding. The friends will follow. Don't worry about that, okay? So that's it. That's my advice. So if anybody else has a question, if you have anything that you would like to ask me, you can leave a comment below. Or you can message me on Facebook. You can be anonymous on Tumblr. You can, anywhere that you see me on social media, you can ask me a question and I might answer it in a future video. So that's it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.